I'm back. This is Chandler for Melda Production, and today I want to show you how you can use MDelay Multiband as a multi-tap delay. So when you first start up MDelay Multiband, you see this, and this is a basic screen, but people are probably thinking, how do I use this as a multi-tap delay? So if you go into the edit screen here, you'll see this screen. Now if we want to change this to a multi-tap delay, what we need to do first is go into here, right click here where you see the Multiband Editor, and we can insert bands, we can create bands, etc. Let's create some bands. So let's say if we want 4. That's going to erase everything, but what it does do is it allows us to have 4 different bands. Now the problem here is they're divided by frequency, and we don't want that. So we're going to right click it again, and now if you look where it says disabled, just click on that. Now instead of having it divided by frequency, it's not divided at all. It's just 3, or actually in this case 4 separate delays. Now what you probably should do here is go and turn the output down. One of the reasons for that is it gets really loud when you have 4 different delays going at the same time. So I like to reduce it a little bit lower at first, and then later I like to bring it up until it's level with the input signal. And since I'm using it on a send here, I'm going to set it at 0. Now this is it. You have the multiband delay set up, but one of the problems with this is sometimes you think, it's a little bit difficult if I have to edit every single band separately. If I want to set the gain for this one here or the gain for this one here, that takes a long time, especially if you want to set them the same way. One thing that might save you some time is clicking the link function here. Now when you do this, the gain for all of these, and in fact all the controls, will be linked for each band. So let's say I want to turn on tap 2 in band 1, 2, 3, and 4. I click it in band 1. Now if you'll notice in bands 2, 3, and 4, it's also on. If I set the gain here at -8, it's set in all the other bands the same way. And then when I'm done and I don't want that to happen anymore, I can turn off the link and I can just set each band separately. So there you go. That's the basic idea, and a few ways you can actually save yourself some time. And if you want a specific band to increase or decrease in volume, you can move it up and down here. And you can also do the same thing with the panning. But of course there are separate controls on each band here for the gain and the panorama. So you can do it whichever way is easier for you. But let me show you some examples of things you can do with this. So the first one I'm going to show here is just on guitar. So this is like an 1980s, 1990s jazz fusion sound. It almost sounds like a chorus. So first I'll let you hear it with the effect off. It's just the dry guitar. Now let's turn the effect on, the multi-tap delay. So as you heard, that added lots of space and depth to this sound. So of course, if you look here, you can see that it's actually modulating the delay times, and I have it set up here where it's modulating actually every single band's delay. And you see here I pull down the volume for these last 2 bands. But let me show you one more example. This one is just a percussion sound. So let's hear it dry first. So these are just normal percussion sounds you might hear, and this time I have it set up as a rhythmic delay. So this will almost sound like a ping pong, but slightly different. So let's hear what this sounds like. So you heard the rhythmic element, and the difference between this and, let's say, a normal ping pong delay is you heard that, one, it didn't go right, left, right, left, right. In this case, it went right, left, and then left, right. So that's a little bit interesting, and also you'll probably notice that it's not straight eighth notes. It actually skips some. So this is actually a Euclidean rhythm, and I've gone over that before, but it's basically like an interesting rhythm that's derived mathematically. But there's all sorts of patterns you can use with this, and I'll show those in another video. The same with this fusion patch, guitar fusion patch I made. So in further videos I'll go in more depth, but definitely check this out and check out this plugin over at Melda Production. If you have any questions or comments, leave those below. Subscribe if you haven't done that, and until next time, see you.